On June 7, 1992, 3 women vanished from a quiet home in Springfield, Missouri, leaving behind a perfectly normal house, a broken porch light, a TV left running, and no signs of a struggle. Sherrill Levitt, her daughter Suzie Streeter, and Suzie's friend. Stacy McCall, 3 women, 1 house, no witnesses, no explanation. And more than 30 years later, investigators still don't know what happened. Sherrill Levitt was 47 years old, a hard-working hairstylist, known for being responsible, organized, and independent. Suzie Streeter was 19 years old, recently graduated, bright, outgoing, and close with her mother. Stacy McCall was 18 years old, also newly graduated, and Suzie's friend since childhood. The night they disappeared, Suzie and Stacy should have been celebrating the start of summer. Instead, they became part of one of America's most enduring mysteries. On June 6, 1992, Stacy and Suzie attended several graduation parties. They planned to stay at a hotel, but it was full. They instead drove to Suzie's house around 2:00 a.m. Friends from the party expected to meet them the next morning, but when friends arrived at the house later, the cars were parked outside, the women's purses were inside, the TV was still on, the beds looked slept in, and the dog was nervous but unharmed. Everything seemed normal, except the women were gone. One detail often discussed is the broken porch light globe. A friend who arrived early to check on the women noticed the porch light cover had been shattered, and glass was scattered on the steps. She swept it up to protect bare feet. Some believe the broken light might have been a crucial clue, but by cleaning the glass, the evidence was lost forever. Investigators entered the home. What they found was chilling because of how ordinary it seemed. All 3 women's purses were lined up in the living room. Keys, makeup, cigarettes, all untouched. No signs of struggle. No valuables missing. No overturned furniture, no blood. It was as if the women had simply vanished into thin air. But one detail stood out. Sherrill's bed appeared to have been slept in. Her book was open. Her glasses were on the nightstand. Whatever happened fast. While friends were in the house trying to locate the women, the phone rang, one friend answered, and heard a man making inappropriate sexual comments. The call was brief and unsettling. Minutes later, the phone rang again. The same type of call came through. Police could not determine whether the calls were a random prank or connected to the disappearance. The timing has never been fully explained. Police faced immediate challenges. The crime scene had been unintentionally contaminated. As many as 10 to 20 people walked through the house. Items were moved. The glass was swept off the porch. Doors were unlocked. Despite this, detectives worked tirelessly. They interviewed neighbors, searched nearby woods, canvassed highways, interviewed former clients of Sherrill, and looked into known offenders in the region, but no solid leads emerged. Lead 1, the green van. Several witnesses reported seeing a green Dodge van circling the neighborhood, possibly following Suzie's car days earlier. One witness even claimed she saw a woman matching Suzie's description sitting in the front seat of a van, looking frightened. The sighting was never confirmed. Lead to anonymous tip at the news station. A tipster called a local journalist and said they knew where the bodies were buried, told the station to notify police, and gave specific directions. The call was accidentally disconnected, and the person never called back. Police never recovered the caller's identity. Lead 3, a former local suspect. A man already in prison later claimed to know what happened. His story changed multiple times and could not be verified. In 2007, new attention was brought to an abandoned hospital parking structure. Ground-penetrating radar showed disturbances underground. The area was searched decades later after a private investigator petitioned the city authorities. Found no human remains and no evidence linking the site to the women. Another dead end. What makes the Springfield Three case stand out is 3 people disappeared at once, without noise, without a break-in, without evidence, without witnesses, without any confirmed sightings. For a crime to take place that cleanly, someone had to know exactly what they were doing, yet. After 3 decades, no bodies, no confirmed suspect, no forensic evidence, no motive, no closure. The case remains open and still draws national attention. Although the case has been studied for decades, a precise timeline remains crucial for understanding how 3 women could disappear without a trace. Here's the expanded timeline based on known information. June 6th, 1992 to 7 p.m. Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall attend their first graduation party, June 6th to 9:0 p.m. The two attend a second gathering with classmates. June 7th to 1:30 a.m., the girls leave another party and plan to stay in a hotel with friends. The hotel is full, so they decide to go to Suzie's house instead, June 7th to 2:15 a.m. A neighbor reports seeing Suzie's car pull into the driveway. This is believed to be the last. Confirmed sighting of the women, June 7th to 8:0 to 9 o'clock a.m. Friends begin calling the house because the girls were supposed to meet for a trip to a water park. No answer. June 7th to 9:0 to 11 o'clock a.m. Friends show up at the house, walk inside, wait around, clean the porch glass, and move items around, unknowingly disturbing potential evidence. June 7th to 12:0 p.m. Stacy's mother arrives, confused that the girls aren't responding. She becomes concerned the instant she sees the untouched purses. June 7th, afternoon, police are finally contacted. This extended timeline reveals one haunting reality. Hours pass before anyone realized the women were missing, giving whoever took them a significant head start. Detectives took note of several unsettling details inside the home beyond what was initially reported. 1. The television on static. When friends entered the house, the TV was on but showing static. This suggested someone was awake before leaving. Someone may have been interrupted, or a TV channel cut off late at night. The eerie glow of the static screen has become one of the most iconic details of the cases, too. The cigarettes and car keys. Both Suzie and Sherrill were smokers. Their cigarettes were still inside their purses, a strong sign they did not intend to leave the house voluntarily. 3 is the dog's behavior. Their small dog, Cinnamon, was inside the house and appeared nervous, stressed, but unharmed. Dogs often react strongly to strangers or intruders. The dog's presence raises new questions. Did it know the person? Was it closed off in another room? Was it simply overwhelmed and silent? We may never know. The green van remains one of the most debated pieces of potential evidence in the case. Witnesses gave descriptions like a 1960s, 1980s model Dodge van, mossy or army green, rust around the wheel well. One witness claimed she saw a woman lean out of the van's window and mouth the words, "Help me," before being pulled back inside. The story, while chilling, was never confirmed. Another witness believed he saw the van parked near the women as home late the night they disappeared. Police followed the lead, but with no plate number and no forensic link, it became another dead end. Still, the van remains a major part of online discussions decades later. No one has ever been formally charged in relation to the case, and many theories remain unproven, but investigators have studied several broad categories of possibilities. 1. A stranger abduction. Some believe a stranger was cruising the neighborhood, saw the girls arrive home late, and acted quickly. This scenario fits. No forced entry, no loud struggle, no known motive. Professionally executed disappearance. But why also take Sherrill, who was likely asleep, to not someone they knew? Another possibility is the women opened the door willingly. They trusted the person. They were taken by someone familiar. This theory explains the lack of struggle but raises difficult questions about motive. 3. A targeted crime. Some have suggested Sherrill's work in a salon exposure to many clients, and someone with an obsession or fixation may have targeted the home. Investigators explored this angle, but no concrete evidence surfaced. 4. A professional crime. The clean scene and complete disappearance have led some to wonder whether the abduction was planned, fast, and executed by someone skilled. This remains speculation with no confirmed evidence. A reported sighting came from Branson, Missouri, about 45 minutes away. A clerk claimed a frightened-looking woman resembling Suzie came into a convenience store, accompanied by two men, and left abruptly. Police investigated. but the witness couldn't positively identify Suzie. No security footage was available, and no other witnesses confirmed the sighting. This lead went nowhere. It was the night of June 7th, 1992, right after high school graduation. Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall were celebrating, planning to spend the night at Suzie's mom, Sherrill Levitt's house. But the next morning, when friends arrived, the three women were gone. The scene was strange. The front door was unlocked, the TV was still on, and all their personal belongings, cars, purses, keys were left behind. Even Cheryl's cigarettes and lighter were on the nightstand. The only thing out of place was a broken porch light globe. The police had very few clues to go on. There were no signs of a struggle, no ransom note, nothing. Just an eerie silence where three lives used to be. For over 3 decades, the families and the community have searched for answers. What happened to the Springfield Three? To this day, it remains one of America's most baffling unsolved mysteries. Thanks for watching.